Alright, guys. Got my hair actually groomed today. Not super frizzy. What was I gonna say? So, I was getting ready because it was just about getting close to that time that we had scheduled to meet, but they had slept in and missed work, so they're gonna go in around the time we said and then come back later. So if he doesn't follow through with that, I'm just gonna cut my losses and be like, okay, maybe you know what I mean. But I understand things happen too. But yeah, like he said he was gonna come here and we were gonna hang out and smoke some green, talk. So I'm like, okay. And like I'm getting ready, guys, and I don't know what it is, but like I'm in like my bra, boy shorts, underwear for girls. I don't know if you can. I try to back up. It's like they're like boy shorts, like I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're comfy, and I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Like, really, it depends on how late it is. Because if it starts to get too late, I'm not gonna get dressed to get out, I'm kind of like an old lady in that way. Like, if it starts going closer to 8 o'clock, I'm like, 8 o'clock is when I start to settle down and go to bed. Plus, I'm on a schedule with my medication, and I don't want to miss it. So yeah, these were the ears I wore on Halloween. I did 2 costumes, but this is nice to pull your hair back. Wolf ears. But what else was I gonna say? I'm like spacing out. It's pretty out today. Too bad all my windows are steamy and foggy and I can't really see out them, but hopefully all goes well. Hopefully the guy comes. He seems alright, but you never know. You meet people, like I met him through Facebook dating. We talked for a little bit. He's a Gemini. That's when I was like, first red flag, you're a Gemini. He started laughing. He's like, well, Geminis like to have fun. And I'm like, a little too much fun. So I'm just like, I don't know. If I get green out of it, I'm gonna be happy. That's how it's going right now. Like, and plus I'm gonna have to sell this place anyway, so I'm not really too scared of people visiting. You know what I mean? I obviously just invite just anyone unless I'm talking to them for a bit. But you never know. Also, like, I got a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to do. Like, I gotta pay $200 to this lawyer to write me up a contract so I can get the title in my name and sell this place. Like, Jim Boyer sold it to me. And honestly, I've been thinking about getting a camper. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, just from everything I've watched on YouTube and seen and people's journeys, it seems like the best thing to do would get a drivable camper, because then you wouldn't have a car and a camper and the insurance, and there's like different classes, like class C, like bigger campers. I obviously want a fifth wheel. I want a Nature's Head composting toilet, a water filter, make sure that we got a good battery, that I want to get, there's like a $250 thing on Amazon that's like a solar powered thing you can hook up to your camper. I want to get that too, but like I said, you can only do so many things at once. And like I said, there's just something deep inside me that just needs to get out of Missouri and see something else that's completely new and different. Like water, trees, plants, like people, like I don't know, like a lot of people say in Florida people aren't always the nicest, but you know, it kind of depends on where you go, obviously. And I've had really bad experiences here in Missouri with my own family, like people just really just horrible, like really awful people, okay? Like just and it never used to be like that. Like Missouri was known for like people helping people. It isn't that way anymore. Okay? Like it changed significantly when I was like 9. The towns really when the first like shutdown happened, I'm gonna call it a shutdown. When the recession hit and all these shops shut down, it got really bad. Like people got bitter, people got mad, people got angry, and everybody's struggling. Everybody's, you know, and if it's just me and Jasper, like I got the smallest place, you know, out of all the places I looked, okay? Um, it's a trailer, but it has a nice view. So if I don't really use that much space in the trailer, right, and I don't use the other bedroom, I don't use the other bathroom, like, and it's just me and my cat, like, you know what I mean? It just seems like a waste. And part of me wants to get a camper and maybe like 1 acre of land or rent it, like with a view, like something, you know what I mean? I'm getting a text from him. Hold on. Okay, and he calls me babe, but yeah, like if it's just me, like regardless of what happens, if you know, let's say I do find a boyfriend and he has his own place, obviously, and own vehicle, own job, but I'm not saying like it's gonna be him, but I'm just saying in the future, if I do get a boyfriend, like there's just something, I don't know what it is, but like I've been stuck in a really bad relationship before, and you get trapped. You get trapped there, having to go through all this shit because you have no financial way out. And I don't ever want to do that again. That's also one reason why I want to get the camper too. If something doesn't work out, I'm not stuck. I'm not forced to stay there for, you know, to live a better life or to live a life, you know. Um, so that's kind of also what I've been thinking, you know, like if things never work out, I can just pick up and go, you know, like um, still keep a bit of my independence. I'm obviously really super nervous about like the whole selling process and like moving again because it just wasn't fair like how this guy did me, obviously. And I'm going to be talking to more public outlets about that specific person and this place in general. How he like basically owns this road and nobody can go down it without paying a fee, which isn't, you can't do that. Like there's also like it just, there's something about it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to send it to my lawyer, but something about it doesn't seem legal. Like the way he sold it to me without disclosing things, right? And if I have to fight, I'm going to because it's not fair that he's, you know, obviously in the wrong and really greedy and has no integrity at all, which is ironic for him and his son to be working at a place called Integrity. Um, so it's whatever. But you know, you can't control people. People are going to be really evil and nasty. They're going to be greedy. They're going to try to do things. So you can't just give up. You can't just let people stomp all over you. You have to keep going. Even when you're exhausted, you have to keep going. And that's what I'm going to do because I don't deserve that. You know what I mean? Like, if I have to get a camper, like, that's what I'm going to do. Like, as much as I think about an apartment, just like too much stuff has happened to me in apartment complexes, too much trauma, too much like people witnessing abuse, just too much shit. Like, and you don't want people to see that. You don't want, and you shouldn't have to, there's some things that people want in life, and that's privacy, having their own living space, their own living quarters, um, being in the quiet. Everybody's different. Some people like apartment life, some people, love it. I didn't like it, okay? But I also suffer with PTSD, CPSD, and I can't stand people stomping above me, making noise to the side of me. It makes me fearful, okay? And also just all the neighbors, it's a lot, especially when, um, you just never know what type of neighbor you're gonna get, or you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't use that much room, so it kind of makes sense to be a camper too. And also, like, hi, and also, like, hi, Jordan. But, I'm kind of interested in the nomad life, and I did a lot of research about different campers, and it seems like I'm gonna have to find one. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford one brand new. If I do, it's gotta be like 20,000 miles to 40,000 miles at the highest. That's the only type I'm gonna purchase. It can't have that many miles on it just because it's gotta be a fifth wheel. It's gotta be, kind of like I'm 5'4.5". It's gotta have enough clearance for, that on my head that I can stand straight up. I gotta get a Nature's Head composting toilet, a water filter, some solar panels, just various tools. Which, like I said, I lost everything in that first move. So I lost my tool bag, I lost everything. Like, I gotta completely restart my life again. And when I moved here, I literally had enough to fill my Jeep up twice. That's it. And, it doesn't make sense for me to be here. Like, if I, taxes $650 a year, paying Jim Boyer $130 a month for road upkeep, I'm not gonna do that. If I had to hire a lawyer and fight him on that, I'm gonna do it. Um, I'm gonna get the title in my name and just sell this place and get a camper and just relocate. Like, even if I'm at like a trailer park, there's some more affordable parks. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, like, to get an apartment anywhere around here because, one, I'm an hour and a half away from anyone I know. Two, nobody in my life is involved in my life anyway, so there's really no point of staying in Missouri anyway. Um, I don't know, guys. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say. Like, some people, they're all about that life and living in apartments in the city. It's just not for me. I'd rather be in nature and have a small commune to everything I need. If people ever reach out to me and maybe mend some bridges, maybe then I would move closer back to my hometown, but until that happens, I'm not going to. And it'll give me, more things to record, upload to my channel, the Nomad Life, learning different things, reaching out to more people who are about that life. And there's a lot of them that live that life, okay? And all I really know right now is, obviously I want a stove, I want a washer and dryer, I gotta have a tank big enough to hold the water, I gotta have a tank big enough to hold gray water, um, or a composting toilet. There's lots of different things like I still gotta work out. I know a composting toilet's like $1,000, so it's like, it really is all dependent on if I find someone who is gonna let me have a good deal on it and how much I can change in it. I'm not gonna wanna have a big old project to do. It's gotta be pretty much done and livable in it. Um, Preferably I wouldn't want, it all old, you know, like 70s, 80s. I'd rather buy one that's either been redone by someone or, you know, like I said, it'd be ideal if I could buy a camper brand new, but you know, you never, you know, you don't, sometimes you can't do that. And um, it's all dependent on that stuff. And you know, if I'm gonna get a camper, like I keep thinking, like, should I just get one? But I don't know if a G Compass like can pull a camper. I know it's got four-wheel drive, but I don't think that has anything to do with pulling the camper. I don't know if you need a truck. I don't know if you guys know. Let me know. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I think I pretty much, you know, that's pretty much what I want to do. Like, and park somewhere nice that's kind of similar to this place. It's got a plot of land. It's all with trees to one side. You can see the water. Like, that's pretty much like a campground. That's pretty much like, you know, St. Francis State Park or Turtle Lake. Very similar. Um, I wouldn't want to have neighbors all the way around me. That's just not my thing. Like, you know, because also the mailbox is across the highway. You know, if you're disabled, you're not going to be able to just walk up a rocky road and across the highway to get your mail. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather just be able to stay in my, my night clothes all day and like get my mail. Like, you know, I don't know. I'd probably have to go to a local post office to get my mail. See, I'm trying to figure all this out, but it's like I'm probably gonna have to just learn it as I go. Just the same with this. They didn't give me enough time to figure out what to do. And even when I moved out of my grandma's house, I couldn't get an apartment, even though that's what I tried to do to save me money, but no one would take me because of, like I said before, I was in a bad relationship. They kicked and punched holes in the walls, you know, and you know, because of that they wouldn't take me, you know, even if I had the money right then and there with a check, they still wouldn't do it. So I'm really limited on what I can do. And I, like I said, you just have to keep pushing through, and even if it's really hard, you got to just like, you got to really believe in God and miracles, and things will just happen for you when it's right to happen for you. And I got a lot of stuff I gotta do, and I'm gonna need help, you know. And as much as I want to keep some of the stuff I have, like, I know I'm gonna have to get rid of some of my stuff. Like, even though I don't have that much stuff, like, just to transport it, it's gotta fit in one load. Okay, so all the furniture I got, you know, a lot of it's gonna have to stay here or be sold off. And it sucks, you know, it sucks that, you know, the rest of my family members get special treatment. They all live in homes of their own. They all live, you know, with nice new cars. But I somehow got the shorter end of the stick on that one. That doesn't really make sense to me, but welcome to my life. Yeah. And, you know, part of me just like, it's like I keep thinking, what do I like about the camper life so much? Is it just like because I see it on the internet and I'm like, oh, I can do that? Or is it like, is there something in me that wants to move out of Missouri? Like, and I think that's what it is. I think I've been in Missouri my whole life, never left it, and I want to see something different and new. Eating these bruised bananas. I got these at the food pantry. I need to eat them before they go bad. I wish I could find me someone to move in with. I've been trying to do that, but you don't want to live with someone that's based on that and get stuck there either. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna have to have a plan. Don't rely on men to fix all your problems, because they won't. They'll add to it. But yeah, that's pretty much my life, guys. super chaotic. I don't know why. I keep thinking I'm gonna move to Texas and I'm gonna be an intern for the Urban Rescue Ranch, which is like an animal rehabilitation sanctuary type thing. But you have to go through a program to get approved or whatever. Then I thought, I like to go to a Good Mythical Morning, but they're in LA, California. The chances of me meeting them. Okay, I was getting a text from him again. And I just don't think there's gonna be an opportunity for me to be in the Good Mythical Morning. Like, I'd like to think there would be. But I'm sure there's like a long process of getting in that. See, he's wanting to come here, but I'm also like, because I don't got furniture, like, I only have one chair, like, it's sad. I don't want to be like, you're really fucking poor. I'm like, Now it's on file. If I meet this Gemini and he's a liar, all Geminis are liars. But yeah. He was supposed to be here around this time, but he said he slept in. We'll see if he shows up. Why am I so hungry? I'm like nervous eating. 1 second. How do I... Oh, I just had to wait. It's kind of a mess here. Just like cluttered, mostly in the kitchen because my sink's been broken and that's been a nightmare. I can't use my sink. Haven't been able to use it for 2 months because there's a clog in it, and whoever hooked up this dishwasher, he put like metal clamps on it and they're not tight enough, so it's literally leaking all over underneath there. And only when the water's on, so that tells me it's like, you know, it needs to be sealed like with plumber's tape and all that, but it's not like it's leaking 24/7, so that's good. But still, it's like stressful when you can't use your kitchen sink, you know, the main place where you need to use the sink. Oh, excuse me. But let's hope all goes well and I get some people to come look at this place and I sell it. So, and he lives on like acres of land and all that, but so, and he's texting me now and I'm trying to do this live and it's so confusing, but yeah, let's hope everything like turns out okay. And you know, we at least are like friendly. If not, you know, I tried. Who knows how it's gonna end up, because you never really know. Some people are like really nice and then when they meet you in person they're like super weird. So let's hope everything goes okay. Drop some crumbs in my bra, of course. But yeah, like I think that's what I want to do, because like I said, it's just me and Jasper, and it's either gonna be that or an apartment. Well, really not an apartment. It'll probably have to be like a house rented or something, but just because I literally can't have people around me making noise, because it makes me anxious all the time and I don't want to be constantly anxious, you know what I mean? Like I have to have it quiet. I have to have like peace and quiet to feel still. Okay. But yeah, guys, like that's pretty much all I want to get on here and say is just like I'm gonna be going on a date, so if I don't come back, look for a dude in like Timberline named George. But if not, it's fine. I'll probably come back. I'll let you guys know how it goes. If he doesn't show up, I'll get on, let you guys know. But really, no matter what happens, I'm probably still gonna get the camper. Just that way I have a place I can always go and get away if I need to. But yeah, I guess that's all, guys. I just wanted to give you an update. And I guess, hold on. And I guess that's it, guys. Like, You know, I at least groomed my hair. That's that's enough. Like, I'm not gonna put on a bunch of makeup. I'm not gonna go full blown glam because every time I do that, they never show up. And then I'm just sitting there pissed. You know what I mean? Alright guys, well, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna try to find something cute to wear, something comfy, and then, you know, obviously watch more YouTube videos about Nomadland, camping, living in a fifth wheel. Because I think that's really what I want to do, and I just, you know what I mean, like, I don't know if it's just my hometown, if it's Missouri itself, but there's so many, I've encountered so many just evil people, horrible people, that it makes you, when you run into so many people like that, you start to think, is it Missouri? Is it this county? Is it this, what is it, you know? And part of me wants to know if people treat people nicer and different somewhere else and treat me the way I deserve to be treated, like nice and fair, you know what I mean? Like respectfully, not like I'm a monster, right? But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and I'll talk to you guys later.